Dr. Voyan, who is very mysterious, has come up with a new experiment. If a couple stays in an immaculate room for 50 days, he will award them $5 million. The prize will drop to $1 million if one of them leaves. They don't talk to anyone else or do anything fun. They only spend time with each other. If they pay for treats with some of the prize money, they can still get them. Mike and Kate are the couple of the day. They figure it will make easy money. Mike thinks they got lucky by finding this place, and Kate thinks it's their second chance. She does say, though, that they might find it easier if they split the money. She wants to invest the money, which Mike sees as very boring. He imagines himself having a great time in the future without having to worry about money again. They listen to the AI voice inform them of the rules, then look around the area and see that they weren't joking when they said it was immaculate. There are only two things in the room: a bed and a bench. Everything is white. The rules say they can only go into the plain bathroom one at a time. There is also a red button they can press to leave, a touch screen where they can ask for treats, and a big clock above the door that shows how much time is left in the experiment. Their meals, which are just a tasteless white shake in a white carton, are meant to meet their daily nutritional needs. Plus, the room has lights that change on their own every hour to let them know it's morning, afternoon, evening, and finally night, which is time to go to bed. They can set an alarm on the touchscreen. Mike plans to sleep late because he thinks of it as a vacation, but Kate sets an early alarm so she can have her daily routine. Mike tries to keep Kate busy before bed on their first night together, but Kate is afraid that the professor might be watching them. Every morning, Kate goes to the bathroom to say some positive things to herself and look at herself in the mirror. This helps her stay motivated and focused on her goals. They both take showers and then put their clothes in the laundry chute in the bathroom. In exchange, they get very plain pajamas, but at least these are colored. To keep themselves busy, Kate and Mike try to figure out why Dr. Voyan is doing this experiment. Mike then tells Kate about a documentary he saw about this guy's previous experiment, which hurt a blue-collar family. No one knows why Dr. Voyan did all of this. They only know that he has a lot of money and likes to use it to put people in strange situations because he's interested in how people live. They quickly run into trouble with keeping themselves entertained. While Mike stares at the clock, Kate likes to meditate. Mike also gets off on philosophical tangents about things like the meaning of the color white, which he does using everything he learned in art school, or which way they should be brushing their teeth. But Mike can't think clearly when he can't even sleep. Kate always tells him not to look at the time and to keep his eyes on the prize. Kate says her daily affirmation words and makes the bed. She also tries to cheer up Mike. Mike tries to work out, mostly by running, while Kate meditates. They play games with their hands, like Marco Polo, or even dance. When they take off their dirty pajamas, they are given a clean pair that looks the same. In the end, after a few weeks, something different takes place. Mike finds a bug that got into the room. It was baby talking Mike before he tried to feed it some of the milkshake. As soon as he poured a few drops on the floor, the AI voice told them that food could only be eaten by contestants. Mike asks how to let the bug out, saying he doesn't want to leave because he's afraid the bug won't be able to survive in here. Kate tells him that she has already tried the speaker through which the AI voice comes out, and it doesn't seem to be two-way. This makes Mike decide to push the button to open the door. Kate is sure that pressing the button will mean defeat, even if Mike is just acting like he's leaving to catch a stupid bug. Mike tells Kate that the bug is a living thing and that she doesn't care about it after he puts it down. Kate accuses him of being condescending because she isn't vegan like him. As the argument gets louder, Kate finally says she thinks Mike is only vegan to make his rich dad mad. Mike's dad gave him everything he needed, so he never had to suffer, and now he wants to gain street art cred. Kate tries to end the conversation after that, but she walks on the bug instead. Mike doesn't believe her when she says it was an accident and she's sorry. Mike pouts in a corner all day until he finally decides enough is enough. He can't just do nothing, it's not healthy. Mike will ask for one treat even if it takes $100,000 away from their prize because each of them can take two. Even though Kate doesn't agree, Mike doesn't need her permission, and the treat he gets is just one green crayon. It's not much, but Mike can now paint on the walls. Kate asks Mike to draw her after seeing him draw for a while. Mike agrees, but he doesn't like serialized portraits, he thinks those boring. He sticks to his own style, which is why Kate no longer wants to model for him. Mike draws until there is no more crayon. When he's done, he leaves green marks in the bathroom and on the towel on the floor, which makes Kate mad. Kate later says she's sorry for being such a jerk and that this is harder than she thought it would be, but at least they only have 20 days left. The days keep going by until Kate finds a gun in the bathroom when she wakes up in the morning. They hide it under the bed because the AI won't let them put anything in the laundry chute that isn't clothes. They're too scared to touch it or even be near it. They finally get connect after some time, which plays messages from their friends and family. Mike gets a message from his sister. How are she and their parents doing? She tells him that she thinks Mike is no longer seeing Kate. Mike is glad to see his sister, though. What about Kate? She doesn't want her own connection, and she gets scared when the screen shows a video of her dad, who is now off the streets and living in a shelter for homeless people. Kate tries over and over to stop the video, but she can't. She cries behind the bathroom door. Mike then comes over to make her feel better. Kate can't help but fall asleep while holding on tight to her boyfriend. Even though her alarm goes off in the morning, she doesn't get out of bed. She stays in bed all day because she's sad. As Mike confides in her, Kate tells him that she hasn't seen her father in a long time and that she has always told lies to Mike about his identity out of shame for her father's actions, which took away her home, her education, and her opportunity to become a normal adult. As of today, Kate is still in bed while Mike looks for fun things to do. The show is coming up in 3 weeks. In order to change his drawings, he might smudge the crayon with his fingers, or he might read the pajama label while showing as many emotions as he can, like those acting exercises. He makes fun of the food to get Kate to eat, but it doesn't work. So, to make her feel better, he ends up getting into bed with her. It still doesn't work, so Mike sometimes sleeps on the floor to try something new. One morning, he tries to get Kate to take a treat, but she doesn't want to waste the money. Kate is finally triggered to get out of bed when Mike, who is getting more and more frustrated, says he's not sure he can do this anymore. She tells Mike to take his second treat before she takes a shower, even if it costs $250,000. When Mike does this, the door opens and Simone, who is naked, walks in. He is shocked by this. She doesn't know about the project. She's just an actress getting paid for a job that made her sign a bunch of NDAs. Her reservation was for a month, but her agent said she would probably only be there for 24 hours. Kate doesn't like her being there and makes Mike give her his t-shirt so Simone can cover herself up. Kate gets even more angry when Simone sees Mike's art and likes it. The girl can sleep on the bed, and Mike is willing to sleep on the floor. Simone is ready to stay awake while they sleep. Kate gets annoyed by their manners and thinks they can share the bed if she sleeps in the middle of them. Kate had a hard time sleeping that night. In the morning, Kate thought Simone is gone but find her in the bathroom. Struggling to take it any longer, Kate takes a treat and gets a box with 3 fun candies. Kate takes one right away and gives Simone one. Mike, on the other hand, thinks about it for a long time before taking one. They flail their arms around the room and dance. They kiss each other a few times. But Mike starts to have a bad trip after a while. In his dreams, he's underwater and seeing his younger brother fall with him. He starts to see blood everywhere. Even after the women come back in, Mike is still scared and wants to leave while talking about Sean and how he might drown. After he is led back to bed, Kate has to assure him until he falls asleep. Mike still feels guilty about Mike's younger brother Sean drowned in the family pool while he was supposed to babysit him, Kate says. Mike was high, which increased the injury and explains why he hesitated from the candy. Kate remembers how they met on a rainy day when she had no umbrella and Mike offered to catch all the drips so she wouldn't get wet. When Mike wakes up, Simone says she lost her mother as a child, and they bond over pain and lost loved ones. Kate panics when she sees Simone comforting Mike and taking his hand, believing she won't steal her boyfriend. Kate's anxiety causes her to get out, which Simone points out, starting an argument. Mike walks away after telling them to stop. Kate tries to say she's sorry and that she probably didn't see anything, but Simone says it might not have been, which makes things worse. Mike doesn't feel well in the morning, but Kate is busy with other things. Before she goes, Simone writes Mike a note on the wall in green crayon to say thanks for a fun night. Mike tells Kate that he didn't do anything wrong and both the gun and the room are just playing a joke on them. In rage, Kate pushes Mike to the floor, that causes his head wound and bleeding. Mike steps away, reminding her that he never cheated on her once when she moved to New York, quit seeing his known as rich friends to avoid causing her uncomfortable, and skipped college to stay at home with her when she felt depressed, but all he gets is jealousy. Kate apologizes while crying, but Mike gets dizzy from the wound and stops her. He thinks he needs a doctor, but Kate gives him some meal shake to put sugar in his bloodstream and covers his wound with a towel, reminds Mike that the contract doesn't cover medical intervention. What Mike hears shocks him, and he starts to wonder if Kate really cares. The bleeding stops, but his wound isn't very bad. He's afraid of what she would have done if it were worse. It's possible that she would have let him bleed for cash. Mike and Kate hate what this place has done to them and know that money can't fix how bad things are between them. Mike makes the choice to leave and asks Kate to come with him. However, Kate tells him he can say what he wants since he has always had money. She even gets the gun to make him stay by threatening him. While ignoring her, Mike presses the button and leaves the room just a few days before Win. Kate notices the raindrop drawing on the wall after laying around and stressed out in the shower, leading her to push the button and consider her choices with 2 days left. Several months later, Mike is running while he sees Kate leaving a building. Kate avoids Mike's question about whether she left the room or won when they go for a walk to catch up after not seeing each other since the room. She apologizes for what happened. As they leave, the homeless shelter is revealed, with a plaque stating that an anonymous donation funded the new kitchen. In the immaculate room, a new couple accepts the challenge. Thank you for coming, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.